Okay, so starting part 4, there are 2 tutorials. This is the first tutorial. So first question, which one of the following best categorize a perfect competitive market? So a perfect competitive market is like your normal like shops, your markets, they're all competing against each other, right? They're identical products. A shop is an identical market, right? Competitive. They're both competing against each other. So the first one here is wrong. They don't differentiate the products. If you go to a shop, do they differentiate the ice cream they sell? No. But for like products such as, let's say, oligraphy. So oligraphy product is a type of like companies where they, monopolistic competition, yeah. So like different brands of toothpaste, they will advertise, they'll make their product differentiated from each other, different from each other, okay? But for competitive, there's no reason. It's too expensive to do that. If you're at a shop, there's no way you're spending thousands of rands of advertising to advertise your product, make your product differentiable. Each firm sets a different price. No, they're all in the same price. Because they're competitive, they all set the price, the market price. There are few buyers and sellers. No, this is the largest sellers. All of them are like, there's too much. So the only logical answer is this. The demand for each of the individual firm's product is perfectly elastic. And you see this, right? If you look at the firm's demand curve, I repeat, the firm's demand curve, it looks like this. It's completely horizontal, right? This is the price, this is quantity. The price here is the market price. It remains constant, meaning that if a product is 10 rand, they can't change the price. If they change the price, people won't buy it because the market price is 10 rand. All perfectly competitive companies will sell it at 10 rand. So the answer is B. Next, a perfectly competitive firm shuts down if the price of the product is. Think about this logically, right? If you're a business, when will you shut down? When you're making a loss, okay? So whenever you get this question, I want you to look at variable cost, because variable cost are basically like your labor. And fixed costs you can't shut down, because fixed costs are like your rent and all the stuff. You can't shut down rent. Also, fixed costs are costs that no matter what will happen will be there. So you can't do anything about it. So the answer will be less than the minimum average cost. So if you got, let's say, your variable cost curve, so it looks something like this. Once it's below, so this is the demand. Once it's all you're below, right? All this is below. It shuts down. It needs to be above, so it makes profit. It is profitable, right? Once it goes below the variable cost, you have to shut it down because you're losing money. Number 3, Earth & Co is a lettuce farmer and market lettuce perfectly competitive. So again, perfectly competitive, you must know that it is, it has this demand curve. So what you must know is the price over here is the same as the quantity demanded. Now, they give you this equation here, and they give you the current price. But what you must know is this demand curve of a firm is also called the total revenue curve, also known as the total market price. So basically this is the market price, this is the demand curve, this is the total revenue curve. Different names but the same thing. So if the marginal cost over here is 2Q plus 30, so the marginal cost, how it'll look, the marginal cost curve, it'll, don't quote, yeah, it'll be like something like this. So it gives the equation of this. So you want to know at this point over here, how much of cases does profit maximization that is produced? So to work this out is very, very simple, right? You want to work out the Q, so the quantity, right? So you want to work out this. Now, they give you over here, the current price is 110 rand. What does that mean? The price over here is 110 rand. So if this price is over here is 110 rand, it means the Y value of this is 110 rand, correct? So this equation, make marginal cost, which is the Y value, 110. You make that 110 and solve for Q. 110 minus 30, that's 90. 110 minus 30, that's 80. 80 is equal to 2Q divided by 2, that's 40. So the answer will be 40. The next one. Now, refer to the figure 1. What is the total revenue of the firm when it sells at profit maximization level? Total revenue, profit maximization level, keywords. First, before we do this question, we need to know where is the profit maximization so we can do our calculation. The profit maximization, when you're looking at a competitive industry, it's simple, right? What you want to do is go and locate yourself where the marginal cost is equal to the marginal revenue. So marginal cost is equal to marginal revenue. Now you might be thinking, why? Because the marginal cost is also known as the supply curve. The marginal revenue is also known as the demand curve. So where the demand and supply curve intersect, so you know how you got this graph? This is the demand, this is the intersection, this is the market price. This is exactly what it's saying. So where does market cost and market revenue intersect? Over here, right? At this point. So now that we found the maximizing output of a competitive industry, and I want to emphasize competitive industry, with the other monopoly industry it's different. What you need to do now is work at the total revenue. The total revenue, think about it, it's this whole thing over here. Okay, so basically I'll show you an easy way, right? Wherever you want to work at total revenue, you're basically saying how much money I'm getting when I'm selling a good. If you're selling 8 goods, right, and if you're selling a good for 8 rand and you're selling 30 of this, because it's true, you're selling 30 goods for 8 rand. So what is your total revenue? 30 times 8, wouldn't that be it? 30 goods times 8 rand, you're getting 240 rand in your bank account. So the answer will be D. The next one, refer to figure 1. What is the total cost of the firm when it produces profit maximization level? Total cost. So you want to work out the total cost at this level here. So first, when they say total cost, you look at the average total cost graph. And wherever you want it over here, okay, so see how it hits over here. So this spot here. So like the small triangle here. If I zoom in very, very carefully, right? This over here is the cost. And a small part over here above the cost. Obviously, if you're getting a product above if the market price is above this cost, all this is profit, right? So the small triangle, rectangle here is profit. So the total revenue, what it's made up of? It's made up of cost and profit. So the average total cost curve goes like this. So that means everything under the total cost curve is a cost. Everything above is a profit. So you want the cost. So it's easy. So it's obviously, you know, the length is 30 times 6. 30 times 6 will be the cost, right? So you see, in this point here, what is coordinates? The coordinates is 30 and the coordinate is 6. So it's same like how you work at the other one. Because it's 30 products you're selling times 6 rand. That's 180. So the answer is C, 180 rand. In a perfectly competitive market, if the market price is higher than the average total cost of production, if the market price is higher than average total cost of production, if the market price is higher, okay, so if the market price is higher, that means the market price which people are buying the product for is higher than the cost. So that means it's good, right? You're making more money, you're making profit. The answer will be this. And it won't be this, right? Because this is false. Anytime you put long run over here in perfectly competitive, think of bad. Every competitive market, shop or business will be making zero economic profit given in long term, in the long run. So all these two are false, yeah. Now, why will C be true? Think about it. If a lot of people want to get into a business, they look, okay, who is the most successful business so I can make a profit? if they're making such a big profit over here, it'll attract all other people to be businesses over here, right? So that is a problem. So that will cause more firms to enter the industry. So given the assumption of perfect competition, the following industry is more likely to be perfect competitive. It'll be a shoe repair industry. All these clothing, vehicle, airline, these are big companies, right? They are like monopolistic companies, monopolies, all that, right? Shoe company is a small company, all small like company like shops, your downstairs shops or whatever. Those are all competition. Which of the following is least likely to be a monopoly? So a patent, license, public franchise. So the only thing the logical is B. A clothing store and a shopping mall. If a clothing store charges a high price, the customers don't care, so they can't control prices. So what you must know for this, in the market, okay, so if I draw it, right, perfect competition, this is supply, that's demand, and this is the total revenue. Let's see. Okay, so firstly, you're a perfect competition. Now you're replaced by a monopolist. So think bad, right? Competition, people are willing to pay like 10 rand for a product. But once it's a monopoly takes over, they'll pump the prices up because now they're a monopoly. So they can charge however they want. So if they put their prices up, right? Think about it. If they put their prices up, what will happen to quantity? So if this is the supply curve, if they, demand curve. No, this is the demand curve. If they put the prices up, what will happen to quantity? So if it was over here, the price goes up, the quantity drops from year to year, you see? So I know for a fact quantity will fall. So it could be one of these answers, fall. Now, the equilibrium will get higher. Because now what they're going to do is that they're going to charge a higher price. So they're going to go more up. So like, they're going to basically charge a higher price. So the equilibrium, what happened to it? It goes up. They charge little. And it makes sense, right? If you put little products in the market and charge a higher price, makes sense. So C, rise and fall. Let's see these ones. Okay, so the table 1, which gives the demand for between two quantities, marginal revenue 0. Okay, so over here you need what's marginal revenue, right? We don't have the marginal revenue column. Yes, we need marginal revenue, but we also need the revenue. So let me see something. Okay, so we need to find the revenue curve. The revenue. So to do this is easy, right? You get one column revenue, and then you get marginal revenue. Okay, marginal revenue. Now think about it. Price and quantity. This is same as the demanding. This curve. Where is it? This curve is same. Price and quantity. So to get your revenue, right, you just times both. So 8 times 1 is 8. So think about it. If you sell one product for 8 rand, the revenue is 8. Sell 2 products for 7 rand, you're getting 14 rand. And you carry on. So this will be 18 rand. This will be 20 rand. So you're just timing it. Times 20 rand. This will be 18 rand. Now you find the difference. Marginal revenue is the difference when you add more quantity. So here will be 8. 14 minus 8. That is 6. This will be 4. This will be 2. Then it's 0. Then it's minus that 2. Actually it's minus 2. Okay. So when the marginal revenue is 0, it's 0 in this column. When the quantity jumps from 4 to 5, see when you jump from 4 to 5, what happens? It's 0, right? From 4 to 5 units, your revenue is 20, this is 20, so it jumps to a marginal revenue of 0. Now I'll make a part 2 of this video.